Hey everyone, welcome. We're going to do a drive starting on the road today. We're going to take a couple different interesting routes we haven't done before. We're on FSD 12.2.1. We have the new auto speed behavior that we're testing out because the speed-based percent offset didn't work so well. So far I'm liking the auto max speed. At least it's working well enough. And yeah, who knows, this may be the last 12.2.1 drive. Word on the street is that 12.3 might be imminent by this week. Elon Musk did a tweet, basically there was a video. It wasn't a leak. Someone actually got the 12.3. It wasn't some of the usual testers. It wasn't me. And placed a video before the account was removed or suspended from X. Anyways, he was saying, nice words about 12.3 and how arguably it should be called V13. All I was going to say is I do appreciate Elon's enthusiasm, but you got to simmer down, Elon Musk, because 2.1 has barely even reached limited early rollout. It hasn't even gone to OG testers, so I don't know. Calling it 13 would be a little premature. Okay, so anyways, back to the drive. So we have an upcoming right here, and one of my issues with FSD 12.2.1 seems to be it's pretty aggressive in getting into the lanes, even if they're not ideal. So we're actually in the third lane over. We need to be in the one of these, actually 2 lanes to the right to enter the freeway. I've been saying usually FSD pulls it off because it's a little aggressive and moves over. It hasn't been in like heavy traffic where someone has to kind of let us in, but we'll see. I'm kind of not super happy it went into that lane. It was freer, but it wasn't much reason to actually do that. Not going to save us any time. It could actually delay the drive if we miss the exit. So I would like to see that being dialed back a little bit. Lane choice before entering, an upcoming turn, or in this case, the freeway entrance. So yeah, I'm going to expand this out a little bit, show you the full view. I'll try to do that throughout the drive. And yeah, we have some new spots that would be interesting to show today. Kind of curious how it'll do. There's a roundabout. There's like a hill with the lanes aren't marked, and then you have to do a turnaround. Some kind of unusual dividers, that sort of stuff that are in this area. We'll see how FSD 12 handles them. Hope you guys are having a great morning, or whenever you see this, having a great day or night. Okay, light is green, so we are going to have to be a little aggressive about doing a quick lane change. Moving over, so there is a car lane gap, and FSD 12 takes it and once again pulls it off without necessarily. Now this behavior is doing right now is I don't love it. I didn't disengage because the car's not right next to us, but kind of was hugging the middle lane there, trying to decide if it's going to go left or right. I mean, it kind of is a human-like behavior for some human drivers. Not what I would do. It's not great human driving, kind of just hanging out there, trying to decide. But there was no cars around, and it did get over. So now we're on to the Freeway stack. Whether it's FSD 12 or 11, no one knows for sure. Probably 11, but we have a pretty short Freeway time this time, and then we're going to be taking some side roads. So interesting, to lend to the credence to the theory that maybe this is not using 12. It looks like almost that we're using the percent-based offset, because this is speed limit 65. I think I have a 14% offset. It seems pretty common for it to be 75. So it doesn't say auto max, which is interesting. So we have our exit coming up, and we're going to want to get over. FSD seems like it's wanting to decide. It's doing a little bit of braking and acceleration to see if it wants to get in. But yeah, I think it made the right choice there, not trying to go around. Okay, so it looks like we got a left and then a right. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the license plate in front of us is I Stark. That's interesting. Maybe it's someone's actual name, but instead of a Avengers reference. Okay, so this is not the right lane to be in, and we're not going to southbound 101. I am going to let it go, at least for right now, because there's not a car. Now there is cars behind us, and it's okay, this is not a great situation. Probably gonna get honked out here. So there is a protected green arrow, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna hit the accelerator intervention, because that was, so we were blocking the protected green arrow. We were in the wrong lane. I had to accelerate past that slow driver to get in front of him. FSD wanted to anyways, but we were in the wrong turn lane, so that was one ding against FSD 12 this morning, being in the wrong lane, being too impatient, and then inconveniencing traffic. Sorry, fellow drivers. If there would have been more cars right away, I would have disengaged. But the only reason I didn't is because there was no cars. But it turns out that cars did get added. Okay, so we have a roundabout, a little bit of a roundabout coming up, which is interesting. It looks like on the map that it has us going left in the roundabout, which would be quite weird. It looks like there's some bollards. I see a one-way sign. So we'll see what happens. It looks like it took it the way I would as a human. I don't see it taking the path there. So yeah, I like that. Full nice stop. Okay, I'm not sure if the GoPro stopped recording there. Okay, well, I don't know if there's there might be some issues with the video, because even though it looks like there's plenty of storage and plenty of battery and plugged in the GoPro, seems to be stopping recording. Very consistent for slowing down for speed bumps and issues in the road. So, okay, so it's pretty blind on the right, but FSD is doing a good job creeping right to where I would and getting a good view. Kind of stepped on the accelerator there to get going. But yeah, that's fine. Again, we seem to be kind of ignoring the map, which is good because this is a one-way roundabout, like roundabouts are, and it kind of just went right here. So that was good to see, even though the map had us different. So yeah, looks like we are continuing down our second part of our journey. Good stop behavior and creep. Camera just keeps shutting off for unknown reasons. Hasn't done that before, but it's behaving right now. But my apologies if there's any little gaps in the video, or I have to stitch stuff together or with gaps because of the way it's just cutting off recording. So yes, we have an upcoming left, a light, and FSD decides to go through the yellow. That's just how I would do it. That's good behavior. I was wondering what that other truck was doing, but we were there first, and it was good. Sometimes I've had harsh braking and yellow lights, and usually at higher speed, but that was good behavior right there. Okay, so yep, we're going to be doing this little loop right here. Oh, it looks like there's some cones construction. Always something interesting. Okay. Looks like we visualized the person. I don't see cones on the display. Yeah, that was well done, FSD. Seems like it visualized the person. It slowed down. Yeah, had some good behavior there. We get a full stop. So this is like a little bit of a hiking and biking trail area near my next destination, and there's it's interesting up ahead. There's a little bit of so it shows straight, and I think you have to it's not a roundabout per se, but you have to make a little turn there. So let's see what FSD does. I was interested in this median right straight up ahead to see how FSD handles it if it goes on the right side. So it looks like it's visualized just fine. We're kind of winding our way through this interesting shaped median. Yeah, that handled it very well. Visualized it just fine and did the right thing, slowed down appropriately. Okay, so here's a little road that has no markings. Doing a good job staying where we need to be. Entering kind of a parking lot for this open space area, this trailhead. And we aren't at our destination yet, so we're going to continue. Okay, looks like we're at some maybe park or something. I'm gonna disengage here. I don't know if this is a house or part of the park system, but the map wanted us to go straight. I was hoping to kind of actually have it go down and try to find this way out of there. So let me manually drive down there, or at least let me set a pin and see what it does. Okay. Green Meadow Avenue. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can get it to go down there, and maybe see if we can get itself out of there. That'll be interesting. So yeah, here's a car just kind of stopped. I mean, it's not blocking the road or anything, but oh, they are in a parking lot. Yeah, they're moving forward a little bit, and It looks like we don't want to go down there. Okay. I am going to kind of force it, if you will. I don't know if this is the best test, but FSD rightfully is kind of not wanting to go down here. I don't see the pin. Okay, yeah, there isn't really a great place to do a roundabout. You would pretty much have to come in here in reverse, to get out of here. But so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So yeah, maybe not the most interesting test at the end of it, but let's see what FSD does. Okay, to get out of here, anyways. Okay, press accelerator to resume. Okay. Okay. I think it doesn't exactly know where to go, so now it says complete as well. So we're kind of stress testing FSD here because it knows we want to go somewhere. The map route is a little different, and maybe it's want to go to the left again. Yeah, I think it wants to go to the left again. Okay, not to our next destination. Okay, so let's just edit the trip and remove that and go to our next destination. Well, I'll try for a better kind of turnaround or whatever, but I wanted to kind of see how it handles it up here, and especially that kind of median there, that was interesting shape. And I don't believe there was a sign saying one way, so yeah, I think FSD did a good job for what it's worth. So yeah, let's wind our way back to our other location. Should be coming back up on the construction on our left. Though it's not on our side of the road. Yeah, as I was saying, this might be one of the last 12.2.1 drives. Definitely some impressive behavior. It's more human-like, smooth, goes in areas on the road that V11 wouldn't do. It's more aggressive, which usually is a good thing, but not always. And then on X, I kind of have my list of complaints for safety disengagements and other stuff. So here we're hoping that the next version of 12 makes a dent in that list, especially the safety stuff. Would be amazing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to disengage. As you see there, that person had the right of way and was turning left, and FSD should not have been aggressive to do that behavior. We didn't have the right of way, and we were pulling in front of a car that had the right of way. So that was a safety disengagement. So you can kind of see a little bit of the type of behavior being a little too aggressive and impatient that I hope we doesn't continue. So this car was out a little bit. Want to take a left. I guess it was fine here doing this maneuver. So we are coming into a parking lot area. Yes, you can go. This isn't a one-way. You can go on either side. So we're basically following the map. And oh, okay, that's interesting. This may be the first time I've seen FSD attempt to park. Now, it says we're here. Now, this did a bad job parking because we're right in the middle of two different parking stalls. And you might see here that we have a pharmacy parking only. Violators will be towed. So, since this isn't our place and we're taking up two stalls, but I'll give it a some points for effort, let me put it that way. So yeah, we'll catch you on the other side. We'll go park here. Alright, we're back, guys. Let's do our return trip. I have to say the first half of the trip wasn't so good with those disengagements, and we will see how the second half goes. Again, this is FSD 12.2.1, so especially hoping that the 12.3 improvements are a step change. Keeping the good behavior while getting rid of the bad would be the ideal situation. Okay. Taking the stop a little hesitant, which I'm fine with. Nice slow down for the curve. I know if you've been testing FSD for a while, you know, the earlier versions, I don't know if it was 9 before, did not slow down for curves that well, so it's just nice to see that's been an issue that's been long resolved. So we're about to enter the freeway on-ramp here, coming up to a yellow. The red FSC decided to take it, which is, yeah, it's fine by me. It was nice and clear. Nice acceleration boost to get up to freeway speeds. We're already signaling to get over. Braking than we needed, kind of like rushed up to the speed and then did some braking. Could have been smoother there. Nice behavior, consistent behavior, kind of staying hugging to the left of the lane when we're next to a truck. Slow down there for that situation with the two cars, not being able to get out of our lane. That's the kind of safe behavior I like to see with FSD. Some of you guys have commented on the dirty windshield. I think you guys have called it, some people have called it a dirty windshield. It is mildly dirty. It's not dirty, but this is pretty common for a lot of people. We will clean it, but it should not make a difference for FSD behavior. I can see just fine out of it. FSD can see just fine out of it. I'm not going to clean it just so I can get a few less YouTube comments. I think it's good to test in conditions that are more realistic, for people, so that, if it was dirty, there was visibility issues, I would clean it, and we will clean it with a car wash or whatnot, but I'm not going to just arbitrarily clean it just because some people don't like it. And I would say the same thing with the cameras as well. I did a Sentry mode check through them. We came from another location in the winter that it's lots of rain. They are slightly dirty, but the visibility is just fine out of them as well. Like you can see here, out of one of them. I'm not going to take Windex and clean it just because that's good training data for Tesla, for FSD, and that's how most people are going to be in realistic situations. And frankly, it does not matter one iota for FSD performance. If there really was a camera visibility issue, then the software should warn you about it and say to clean the cameras if there was some kind of visibility issue. But you just saw both repeaters there just showing the camera just fine. So anyways, that's my stance on windshields and cameras. If they're dirty, I'll clean them, but it should not be necessary for FSD performance. I came from an area that was very rainy, and thankfully I don't really believe that for the most part, maybe unless snow conditions where there's slush and stuff, that really that dirt on the cameras is really much of a major issue. I've mostly seen it in winter conditions with slush on the rear camera, but it's my opinion that FSD should detect that and should instruct the user to clean it if it's in a degraded condition where it can't see. That would be the right thing and the safe thing to do, and definitely within Tesla's purview and control to do. But like if I were to show my rear camera now, there's a little bit of dirt on the edges from previous thing, but it can see visibility just fine. Maybe a little bit of blurriness. That's not 100% crisp, but again, these are more real world conditions for a lot of the public, and so I think it's very fair to test with these sort of cameras, and it's good for the training data set as well. So the view in those cameras was highly visible to a human, and should be highly visible to FSD. So my main complaint with FSD, I would say, is I'm going to actually disengage because attempt to be too impatient and get in a lane that is turning. I was just saying, because of the past issues with this getting into the right lane and being too aggressive and going to the left, I'm kind of through today with just letting FSD make mistakes and get its way out of them. So you see here that this lane merges. It was medium heavy traffic, like there wasn't a solid line. FSD probably would have moved over and then went in front of somebody, but in all honesty, we just need to disengage more to teach FSD not to have those sort of behaviors, which 12.2.1 is very good, as you've probably seen from this video and other videos about being too aggressive, getting in the wrong lanes, and then trying to correct itself, which it does most of the time, but it's just the non-ideal lane choice is it's just not great. Now, for the record, early FSD 11 versions, versions or map data often would also get in that lane. I'd either correct with the blinker or at the disengagement, and for whatever reason, whether it was map-based or time-based or FSD version, let's say the last FSD version 11 before the 12 update was pretty good about not getting in that right lane. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but it what I've noticed with 12 is consistently, if the lane is any kind of blocked, if there's any kind of impatience with the traffic in front of us, it sees that lane open, it'll move over. And so that, and I've seen that in general behavior with 12.2.1, so I don't love that. Okay, interesting situation up here on the right. Looks like a cop pulled somebody over, so obviously we want to be really careful. We want to take our right after the cop and do everything just fine. Yep, and we did really well on that. Nice, smooth right, no problem. Okay, so with that, we're almost done. We're going to wrap up. Oh, interesting situation here with we have our stop, and then we have someone else stopping. Well, it's not exactly the same one, so I guess we'll be fine. Yeah, that wasn't the best drive with the situation, getting in the wrong lanes twice, and then pulling in front of the car. But yeah, it is what it is, and we'll be waiting for the next update. With that, I'll catch you guys later.